what you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
We'll try not to like too much talk over each other, but again, we are girls and we are
agree to disagree.
Like,
Okay, moving on.
well, the makeup bottle.
Little.
It's like a ripped out T-bird from Greece.
Yeah,
You know, she's got that black hair.
Welcome back to Chick Chat. As I promised, it was going to be a second episode coming right after our hiatus that we had. Sorry about that again. But so I had an episode the other day that was I'm coining as my grown-up episode because after the fact I realized it was kind of my very, worldly, older friends that were, I felt pretty sophisticated around them. It was lovely conversation. And it was a different style of Chick Chat, which I'm thinking that people might like to hear, a couple different styles of it. And then there's this type today. There's
Yay,
Janette.
I'm back.
Yes. And we all know what happens when Janette's here. We're probably going to sing at some point. Probably going to talk about boys at some point. It's just going to happen. So, welcome back, Janette.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be back. I've missed it.
I know. It's been forever. I have some really awesome stuff today.
Awesome.
I just feel really good about it.
Okay. I am ready.
You ready?
I am so ready.
Starting off with the newest trend that I'm seeing. It's not a new trend, but it's new to me because I didn't do it whenever I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
What, you dirty. You're dirty, whatever you're thinking.
I don't know.
So the term is promposals.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't a thing for me either.
Right? Okay, so
I think I know where this started, though.
Laguna Beach.
Laguna Beach.
Right, that's here on my notes, Laguna Beach. That is where this started. So in Laguna Beach, the TV show and real life, beautiful place in California. Like Stephen Coletti used to ask Lauren Conrad or whoever. No, who was he dating? He dated Kristen
Both.
Cavallari.
I think he dated everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
So when they ask people to prom, they do just the word prom and a question mark. It's like, hey, you, prom?
Prom?
Which is, first of all, not proper English.
True.
Not a complete sentence. And honestly, it's quite lazy, I think. How about, will you go to prom with me?
They ran out of room with all the balloons.
They do all this elaborate stuff. Like, there was somebody that hung stuff off a overpass on the interstate.
Yeah, I saw that.
And, like, full-blown candles and roses and stuff out on the beach and everything else. I mean...
Yeah, and I'm aging myself right now. I'm really dating myself, but I have friends from high school who have kids now who are asking people to prom or have been asked to prom. So they post pictures on Facebook and stuff. And I see this thing, and, they've got the baseball field gate. It's, like, lined up with words, with roses and stuff. And I'm like... My boyfriend just said, we're going to prom, right?
Exactly.
I guess so.
So there were, I don't know how it worked at your school, but we had junior-senior prom, and it was, you could only go if you were a junior or senior.
Or asked by a junior or senior.
No, not even at my school. We couldn't even do that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's very exclusive.
Yes, it was. It was junior or senior.
No freshmen or sophomores.
Right. The only people that could go were sophomores. You could go as a waiter, waitress. And you were the waiters. You did not do any waiter or waitressing. It was the term they used for the performance. There was a performance halfway through the prom, and you got to do a little dance, a choreographed dance. So I was a waiter waitress my sophomore year. So I got to go my sophomore year, which meant I kind of got to go out a little bit afterwards with people that were at the prom.
Yeah.
But I was, at that time, my boyfriend was a junior, so I couldn't go with him. But I went as a waitress that year.
Did you take someone else?
He did not. He went with a group of people.
Boy.
Right. It was pretty good. Then my junior year, I was dating the same guy, actually, and he was a senior. So we went, and it was like, I don't know, we were dating, so it was kind of like you said, hey, we're going to prom, right? Like, prom's coming up. What color are you wearing? Like, I don't even know that there was a question of, are we going?
I know. I don't even remember having the conversation. It's kind of like, I got to go shopping for my prom dress.
Right.
I'll tell you what color it is.
Here's what color, yeah. And I'd like a wrist corsage, not a pin-on, whatever.
Yeah.
Then My senior year, I was not dating anybody at school. So 4 of us that are like, it was 2 guys, 2 girls that have all grown up together and were really good friends. 4 of us just all went together.
Okay.
So we had like pictures taken together and stuff too. So I mean, you still had a quote date, I guess, but it was friendship stuff. But literally that guy, he like one night we were all hanging out after a football game and he was like, so like, what's everybody doing for prom this year? And so I was like, I don't know, like, man. And he said, you know, like we should just all like the 4 of us maybe just go. And we're all like, all right, cool. And that was it. I think we were at Applebee's sitting at a table. Like, I mean, we weren't, I didn't get no sign.
I didn't get anything. I dated the same guy for most of high school. And ours was a junior senior prom.
Yeah.
We called it junior prom, but it was,
okay,
you know, for junior seniors. But if you were asked by a junior senior in any grade, you could go.
Yeah.
But because we were dating, I never really got a chance to be asked by anybody. We dated from sophomore year through, you know, after senior year.
Yeah.
So my prom was, I went with the same guy junior year, senior year.
Just assumed.
It was just, hey, prom's coming up. We're going, I guess. And you know what? Actually, I didn't get asked. There was actually no formal asking of prom junior year because I was one of the nominees for prom queen.
Right.
So it's just kind of like, I have to go to prom.
You're going to be there.
You're going to go with me.
And since we're dating and all.
I mean, I need a date.
Yeah. So what about people that were not dating somebody and actually got asked to the prom?
I think they were just asked to prom.
It was just more like, hey, do you want to go?
Yeah, I had friends who were asked, and I was just kind of like, we found out, I'm going to the prom with.
Right.
So
there was never
like, oh, what did he do?
A promposal.
Yeah. We never asked, what did he do? Just kind of like, he just kind of saw me between 5th period. He was like, hey, I had a question to ask you.
You want to go to prom?
You want to go to prom with me?
Cool.
All right. Text me. Call me. I wouldn't even text.
No, there was no
texting.
texting.
Call me on the phone.
Yeah.
when you get home.
My house line.
On your landline.
Yeah.
And tell me what color
that's
dress
all I
you're
have.
wearing. Yeah.
Yeah, so now there's this kid that he's in high school and he's developed an app.
Oh, geez. For promposals?
For promposals.
Well, hey, smart kid.
No, here's what it is. It's actually pretty genius. So it doesn't allow you to say no.
Yeah.
So you'll get a text message that says, hey, babe, I had a question for you. And then as soon as that person responds, whether it's an okay or what's up or whatever, then it will respond back with a big picture that just says prom with a question mark. And then at the bottom it says yes or no. Okay? Mm-hmm. So you then push no. Like if you're like, I don't want to go with you, and you push no, a little box will pop up that says, oh no, it seems that you've pushed the wrong button. Please try again. So he said he sent it to his prom date, and he has no idea how many times she actually did push no, if she did at all, because it doesn't tell him that. But it did eventually come back as a yes. So he got a prom date via his promposal app. I mean, I don't know. I just think it's lazy. Like, not. I don't know. It just seems a little silly. Like, even the people that were dating on Laguna Beach, the TV show, they even got asked with a promposal.
They did, which I thought was weird.
And I'm like, why are you asked? Why do you?
Isn't it just a given? I mean, but I think it's cute. It's cool, I guess. But I mean, that's kind of like what your engagement is for. The big surprise.
A proposal.
And what if your high school prom date gives you a better promposal than the guy who's asking you to marry him and be with him forever?
Right.
I mean, we're going to be like, God, at least my promposal date.
My promposal was
roses.
Yeah, and had candles on the beach or something.
And did a flash mob.
Right.
And you're like,
I bet there are some stinking crazy promposals out there. I bet we could find a hashtag on it.
We should find out what they're doing at Laguna Beach. This is where it all started.
That was the first time I had ever seen anything like that before.
I was confused. When I was like, oh, that's a cute way to ask for prom. Then everybody started doing it. I was like, oh, it's like a thing for them. I thought it was just for them.
How it's done now. No, yeah, I thought it was a Laguna Beach thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Interesting. So I just thought that was weird because I saw it is sort of prom season right now.
Yeah.
Seeing that online. My high school, actually, my alma mater, actually had their prom this past weekend. Okay. So I saw some pictures from some of my friends who are teachers at the school, or I, like you, have some friends who have kids that are getting older, So anyway, that was what kind of brought this on. because I'd seen some of them do it. And I'm like, what? Here in Hickory, y'all doing prom, question mark?
You should you should tell your husband that you want a date night proposal.
Well, that's what, yeah, I know. We'd have to come up with another name for that.
Question mark?
Date, question mark. I'm just going to start speaking in one word terms with question marks. That's it. Podcast, question mark. Work, question mark. I don't know. Dinner, question mark. I'm going to say that to my kids
I can
now.
eat.
Absolutely. All right. So on my last episode,
Okay.
with my sophisticated friends,
Yes.
I brought up the Duggars, which I know you and I have talked about so many times. They have not seen the Duggars before.
Huh.
So I was like trying to cram in who the Duggars were. I didn't even get to the point that I was bringing up because there's so much crap to talk about with the Duggars. You know, like, so the Duggars have 19 kids. The Duggars are the parents are like 40-something years old, and they got 19 kids, 6 grandkids, one more on the way. Was announced yesterday that Jessa is pregnant. You love Jessa?
I mean, I don't know.
I'm like, wait,
What I've seen of Jessa and her boyfriend, they're so cute.
right? You have a Duggar that you cheer for.
She's my Duggar. I'm Team Jessa.
Team
Because she got the little old house, and I feel bad for Jessa. At least according to Us Weekly. Like her sister got the big old 5-bedroom nice house.
Because they let Daddy help pay for it.
Yes.
But Jessa refused. Jessa was
that's
like,
a family
no.
home too. But
Jessa was like, no, I want nothing. I want
step it
simple.
up, Jessa.
Jessa was the one that said, I don't even want to hold hands until we're engaged.
Oh.
Whereas Jill, the first girl to get married, who just had the baby, said, oh no, like Daddy says we can hold hands, but we can't, they don't kiss or any of that stuff. So, everybody makes this big deal about how great the Duggars are, their family values, they're all awesome, all that stuff. Do you know that Jessa's husband is 19?
Huh?
19!
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Ben Seawald, 19.
And counting.
So, I don't know.
that.
I feel like we're all kind of giving them all this praise, but yet on the other hand, on the other channel, you've got the 16 and pregnant on MTV and stuff. And
Same thing.
Same concept, right? Like those girls, I have watched 16 and Pregnant maybe twice ever, 2 different episodes. But I heard both of them say, on our first time we got pregnant, basically. Okay. Pretty sure that's what Jill and Jessa have done too, because Jill came back from her honeymoon and said, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
And then Jessa is far enough along now and just got married.
Yeah. It's pretty quick.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not comparing them to what's her name that's in jail from 16 and Pregnant, but I'm just saying everybody gives them all this glory and how fabulous they are and they're no debt and family values and faith-based and blah, blah, blah. But
even if they are married, they're teenagers.
They're still teenagers. And they've not left their compound house. I mean,
Not left their compound.
Didn't mean it like that. But it's what it is.
Yeah. And do you think that maybe they are more anxious for the marriage part of it and the dating part of
Yes.
it? Because they have never been allowed to do that?
Absolutely. It's just, if you tell a kid that they cannot have sweet tarts, what is the only thing they ever want?
Right.
Sweet tarts. I just don't get it. I have no problem with the whole family basis stuff. Their whole buddy system that they have within the family, where the older kids have a younger kid that they're sort of a team. So when Jill was
co-parent?
pregnant, yeah, a little bit. Okay, so there's 19 kids, right?
Right.
So as an older one is paired with different ages. So if you were to break up the 19 into quarters, right?
Okay.
So 4 of them, 4 teams. You would take one person from each team, put them together, and that makes a buddy team. So you have one of the youngest, one of the middle, next middle, and one of the olders. And that's sort of their, a work group, if you will.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
So whenever Jill was going to find out the sex of her baby on the ultrasound, sonogram, whatever they're called, she took her buddy team because that was sort of like something they would do together. So the buddy team knew first before like her parents or the rest of the family. Okay. I get it. They have a 2-year-old that has laundry duty every day. I mean, good for you. But you also have a 19-year-old son-in-law that's about to be a dad. You know, that I can't even talk about it without feeling weird. I mean, discussing. I mean, we are essentially talking about 19 kids' sex lives. Yeah. Because now Josiah is courting, and everybody knows what that means.
Who's Josiah? Is he one of the boys?
Who do you think he is? He's he's next in line.
he's the next heir.
Next one down. Pass
Don't
one
they
down.
have an older sister who's not dating anybody?
Correct.
Okay.
Ginger, Julie, or
Julia.
I don't know what her name is. Yeah, but
the one with her name start with a J.
Yeah, exactly. They're all J's, and I read them out on the last show, and Suzanne was like, they were pushing it with Ginger, and I was like, I know, but it's with
Ginger.
a J.
There is a Ginger with a J.
It is a Ginger with a J. Yes, like I totally.
That has to be one of the last ones where they start running out.
No, she's one of the older ones.
Oh,
yeah, Ginger. Yes.
Okay.
Ginger. The Jur is the G.
Okay.
So it is Ginger. But Josiah is courting somebody now, his Spanish tutor's daughter. And she's super excited because we all know when you start courting a Duggar, you're about to get married and pregnant.
Right. These are like arranged marriages.
There you go.
Hey.
Just a little weird. I don't know.
I want one of them to break away and have a reality show.
Well, that's where Cousin Amy comes into play.
Oh, Cousin Amy.
I love Cousin Amy.
Okay.
Which she hasn't shown up lately, but I'm sure, she's off living the high life somewhere with somebody that just got out of prison, I'm sure.
Awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Jessa and Ben, they're pregnant. We all knew it was going to happen. They were like, no, we totally want to adopt. We want to adopt. No. You were excited about being able to physically touch somebody else, and you got pregnant.
Yeah.
I mean, you are a walking after-school special.
That's true.
As to what happens when you have sex.
I mean, that's what we're promoting.
One has one time. Yeah. One time's all it takes, kids. Andrew, did you hear me? One time is all it takes. Talking to the intern. All right. Okay, so next, moving on. This is disgusting, by the way. Kylie Jenner.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen the Kylie Jenner challenge?
No.
Okay, so Kylie Jenner, Bruce and Kris Jenner, Kardashian's daughter.
Jenner.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the one that's not the model.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she has been posting like pictures, selfies, whatever, and she's had these fabulous, beautiful, full lips. And everybody's like, did she have work done? Because that's not really her lips. So people they started the Kylie Jenner challenge, which is trying to make your lips as full as possible by sucking on shot glasses and removing all the air out of them and then holding it there for a while so that basically you burst blood vessels in your lips so they puff up, and then you remove it real fast, and you've got these horrible, it's disgusting.
People are really doing this. They know that all she did was draw her lip line outside of her lip, right? That's not necessary.
And that she has money to have a professional makeup artist, right?
Right.
Okay.
But I did hear that, word on the street is she's good with makeup anyway.
I don't doubt it.
She practices.
Sure.
You can see her on the show practicing and doing stuff.
Yes. Well, she actually, she responded because all these people are doing hashtag Kylie Jenner challenge. And she's like, no, that's
don't put my name on
how you do it. She's like, but I totally encourage people to experiment with their body and their look. And I'm like, oh, well, they're doing it all right. So it's disgusting.
It is.
I've not seen any proper ways of doing it. Lots of people posting on Facebook. You can go and look at the pictures and whatnot. So here's to give you an idea of just how bad it is. TMZ had to put a disclaimer on the picture album, the photo album of the challenge posts, saying these pictures are really bad. If you're going to look at them, they're really bad. I don't understand why people Like
so what do you do after you've done all that? Can you put lipstick on? Do you want to do anything with your lips? You just have bigger lips.
It's not even. It's disgusting. I can't even. I don't know what she. It's funny. They also did a response of all the tweets of people responding to people doing the Kylie Jenner challenge. Mm-hmm. So they'd be like hashtag Kylie Jenner challenge. Congrats on being the worst trend ever, or the most disgusting trend ever.
Yeah.
I'm showing you a picture of. Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad. It's real bad.
All you needed was a lip pencil. That's it.
And a little bit of gloss. A little bit of gloss and some nice lipstick. Lighting. It's just horrible. So, yeah, so they're,
what do you say to your doctor when you go in, like, this thing happened because I sucked on a shot glass?
Wanted to look like Kylie Jenner. I don't really know. I'd kind of go out, pick another sister if I really had to choose somebody I wanted to look like.
I mean, I think they're all beautiful. But.
Yeah, but I'm probably Kylie's not the top of my list. Just saying. I don't know. We discussed Bruce last week.
They tried putting their butt on a shot glass and sucking it in, but it didn't work, so they couldn't do the hashtag Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian, yeah. Well,
and nobody wants to be pregnant every other week like Courtney. So
pregnant all the time challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Duggar challenge.
I'm convinced she looks at Scott. She's
and is like, pregnant.
I'm pregnant. I'm going to have a baby. Because he's always like, when did this happen?
Do you think
because they don't have they don't sleep in the same room.
I know. Do you think that, and Courtney even says, it only takes once.
She's probably like, ovulation clock, and go, Scott, could you come here for a second?
That's it. And so I think there should be a Kardashian-Duggar crossover one day. One episode. One episode. That's all it takes. Courtney'd probably get along great with those Duggar girls.
Oh, she'd love them.
She's all natural, organic, and all that stuff. She wouldn't eat that tater tot casserole that they fix all the time, but she would be like, whatever, I'll totally fix all my food and homeschool and all that stuff. But they could all swap, one-timer stories. That's inappropriate. Talking about lips. Have you seen the lip sync battle with LL Cool J?
Yes. I've seen a couple of episodes.
Love it. Nothing more that I like than like martinis and karaoke. So lip syncing is right up my alley. And you throw in LL Cool J.
I'll watch anything.
Super fun.
It could be the worst show, but LL is hosting. I'm going to give it a shot. It could get better by the end.
It was sort of like getting used to Law and Order with Ice-T on it.
Oh, yeah.
I love Ice-T on Law and Order now. All good. Yeah, LL Cool J. Okay, so, and of course they start off the first season with Jimmy Fallon.
Yes.
Who's like the king of lip sync stuff, which I love it when he does that on his show. But have you seen his little LL's sidekick? Chrissy
Teigen? Yeah.
I have a problem with her.
You do?
Yeah. She's a little... If I was to kick back to my high school days, the word would be spastic.
Okay.
For me. And then did you see her when John Legend was on?
I did.
Okay, so...
Well, that's her husband.
I know, and I love John Legend so much. But I don't really like
with
Chrissy
him rapping, though.
Hilarious.
I lost it.
He was
But he was
brilliant.
doing slow motion. I was like, this is weird.
He was brilliant.
He was good.
On it. He was excellent on it. Who was he up against? Common, who I love too, right? And I mean,
they might have been the two funniest I've seen.
I agree.
So far, 'cause it was so out of character.
But it's because they're such good friends in real life anyway, too. And Chrissy, the whole time I think I was annoyed with Chrissy is because she'd be like, Common's my favorite, and we're going.
Joke was good the first time you said it.
I know, right? Yeah. We get it. We understand. But yes, we know he's your husband. So, man up.
And he wrote a song for you, for goodness sake.
I know. Come on. At one time she was like, I'm just kidding, honey. He pays my bills. I'm like, oh.
I saw that. LL's face was like, oh.
It was like, She's like, I'm just kidding. We're like, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're
he
not.
Does.
You married to John Legend. Of course he's paying your bills. All right, so I'm trying to segue and breeze through these because I'm loving the lip sync battle. It's a good show. But did you hear about the latest announcement of the show that's coming back on the air?
Yes. Are you talking about Full House?
I am.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Ba-ba-doo-ba-ba-dow. That one? Yeah.
And I heard like almost everybody is coming back. They're still talking to Bob Saget and the Olsen twins to make guest appearances.
Yes.
Which is fine.
Fine, whatever.
I didn't expect the Olsen twins to sign up like, hey, I'm in.
I don't expect
a little shocked
them
with Bob Saget.
I don't expect them to do anything. Bob Saget's just okay, I've told you my Bob Saget story. Like, I've told you that I saw him at a college function.
Yeah.
And he's nasty.
Right.
Vulgar.
Yeah.
He's
I saw him on the Jamie Kennedy Experiment.
Yes, he's filthy.
Well, they talk about that with like how when he was seen as this person on Full House, like the wholesome father with the family.
Yeah.
But like his stand-up act was like complete opposite.
It was the most uncomfortable I have ever been in my entire life, was sitting in a auditorium with a bunch of other college kids. And like, I couldn't even look at the people next to me. We were all like, had our heads covered and everything. It was disgusting. And I like dirty stuff. Like, I love me some F-bombs. I love when you're getting raunchy. But he was filthy.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I just can't even explain. Like, I saw Vanilla Ice that same weekend, and Vanilla Ice looked like strawberry shortcake compared to him. Like, literally was piece of cake. Yeah. So, I have a really weird image of Bob Saget coming back. Anyway, because I'm going to be like, I'm jaded. I don't know. It's weird.
I'm excited, though.
But Fuller House is what it's going to be called.
Oh, they're probably all going to have kids. And
It's going to focus on DJ and her 3 kids.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Stephanie and Kimmy Gibbler.
Okay. So then Uncle Jesse will just make appearances?
I think he's just making appearances, but he's a producer.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's producing it.
I need Uncle Jesse. I don't care what you do. He has to be in at least a minute.
An episode. That's it. I need a little Uncle Jesse. I need some You Got It, Dude. I need some, when he sings, when Joey sings Wayne Newton.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
They're going to talk about the Beach Boys. Oh, yeah.
And, Beach Boys.
They're going to come back now, right?
Totally.
Someone's got to sing Kokomo.
Somebody's got to get on there and sing. And then
Cut
twins.
it out.
Cut it out. What about the twins? Nikki and Alex?
Nikki and Alex, yes.
Man.
And their mom?
Ooh, Becky.
Maybe they'll live next door or across the street.
Of course, because that house was gigantic in the first place.
Everybody can just
Love
live
that
there.
House. I know.
They had that special place built for Uncle Jesse anyway.
Yeah, the attic. He probably still lives up there. When the kids have moved out, everything, he's like still up there.
Like, why should I move?
It's going to be on Netflix for 13 episodes. You know how I love me a Netflix series too.
Yeah.
Like,
I can watch it all in a week.
I will binge watch the hell out of that.
I'm excited. Next summer, right?
Yeah, 2016.
It's okay. Something to look forward to. I still have a couple of Netflix episodes that I need to get through before that time.
Yeah. It's going to be, it seems too long, but I'm glad they've announced it.
Kimmy Schmidt back. I'll be okay.
Yes. We're getting into that in just a minute. Hey, so People magazine just announced the most beautiful woman in the world today.
Oh.
Today.
Okay.
Today's Earth Day. Just throwing that out there. Side note.
Yeah.
But they announced it today. Do you know who it was?
Oh.
Sandra Bullock.
Oh, okay. Really? Like her.
Yeah,
I like some Sandy Bullock.
Yeah, do you hear how high pitched our voices get with that? Is that is she the most beautiful woman in the world though?
Maybe inside.
No. It's People magazine.
Look, she's 50 or so, right?
She is 50 on the dot.
Right. Girl looks good.
Of course.
I mean, and she's from everything that I've read and seen about her, she's a sweet person.
Sure.
Don't know what she's got going on these days. I know she's got a kid that she's raising.
Right, he's 5.
I mean, I could see it. Who else would you pick? I mean, it's got to be someone notable and who's doing something. But who else are you going to pick this year?
I like Reese Witherspoon. If we're going to go kind of obscure actress at the moment and pick Sandy Bullock, I'm going to go with Reese Witherspoon.
What's the lady she's in the movie with? Sofia Vergara. I could have seen her.
I would girl crush that all day long. With her new guy, Joe
Manganiello.
That guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Power
there's a
couple.
lot of beautiful people. I mean, did they say why they picked Sandy Bullock?
I didn't read the article.
Okay.
I was a little jaded by the whole, like, I
live
don't
with it.
really know what she's doing these days, but she's making the cover of this. Like,
I mean, if that guy, what's his name? Was it Chris Pratt? Did he win the last one?
Chris Pratt.
Pratt. Did he
Or
win
Chris
the last
Pine.
one? No, not Chris Pine. Chris Pine's Captain America.
Yes.
Chris
Chris
Pratt.
Pratt is,
Did he win Sexiest Man Alive in the last time? Or no, did someone else get it?
I don't know.
I mean, if he can get it, all you have to do is be in a movie or two and show your face on TV. You can get it.
Yeah, but Chris Pratt's not, just yell it out, Andrew. What is it? Chris Evans is Captain America.
Oh, who's Chris? Too many Chris's.
Chris Pine is Captain Kirk. Yes.
Oh. Sorry, people. Had my Chris's mixed up.
I know. There's something
There's
about
too
Chris,
many
right?
of them.
Okay, so Chris is sort of like Ryans.
They are.
All my Ryans just mixed together because there's too many pretty ones. So there's Chris Pratt is from The Office.
Yes.
Chris Pine is Captain Kirk.
Okay. The new Captain Kirk, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I was like, because that's
not William Shatner.
I'm like,
And then there's Chris Evans, which is
that's
Captain America.
Okay, I've got all my Chris's down now.
Now, who was Sexiest Man Alive 2015?
14. Is it 15?
15 and 14.
I don't know.
I want to know.
When does
Andrew.
this come out?
I have an intern on it right now. Sexiest Man Alive 2014, 2015. Who?
I believe is
Probably George
Oh.
Clooney.
Chris Hemsworth.
It was Chris Hemsworth.
Another Chris.
Thor.
Thor.
Yes.
So if you want to be a superhero, you just have to have the name Chris.
Yeah. So if we're going on the superhero thing, what's the Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah, Black Widow.
My husband likes her. She could
Yeah.
have been on that cover.
I can see it.
She curvy. She's just had a kid, right?
Oh, yeah, she did, didn't she? With some
Right?
French dude. Yeah. I can see Blake Lively on there.
Oh, yeah.
With their
Baby James.
unisex names.
Sweet baby
Ryan,
James.
Blake, and James. Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of makes me want to do
With
my
a
names
Ryan.
over.
With a Ryan.
With a Ryan. Hottie Ryan. Oh, gosh, I could see him on there
Reynolds,
every year.
Ryan Gosling, Ryan Lochte. I did an episode
Of
last
Ryans?
year called There's Something About Ryan. Because it was all Ryan all the time.
Hey.
Yeah. So now Chris is the new Ryan, right?
I guess so.
I guess.
I mean, I guess Sandra Bullock's not a bad pick.
I mean,
She's probably in a
seriously not the
project,
worst. I don't know. I mean, the last big thing, was Gravity.
Yeah.
She did.
She's going
right?
to be in that Minions movie, though. She's
Oh, there,
She's
get
the
you a
voice
big
of.
award. The Kills a Lot lady or
Yeah.
whatever her name is. Yeah. Yeah, but
I mean, who votes? I didn't get a vote.
people, editors probably.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I don't know that it's necessarily like an Oscar vote. Like the whole
You get a
Academy
ballot.
votes, right?
Oh, my People Magazine ballot is here.
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
Okay. Well,
But I mean, okay,
Not a
I
horrible
get it.
choice.
No, she's not horrible, but I was just a little like, was that really the only option you
you
had?
got to read the article. It'll tell you why. She probably did something
Well,
humanitarian.
they're going to
we
do
don't
that.
know
Well,
about.
that's the thing. They're going to do that whole like, blah, blah, blah. She's got adopted a child that she loves and supports and blah, blah, blah. She's a single mom that doesn't on her own. I'm like, I call BS on that one. Single mom that doesn't on her own. She's got a crew. She's got a team. She got money. I'm not judging. I love you, Sandy. I'm just jealous. That's all.
I'm
all
a
right.
fan.
I know. Just jealous. All right.
I'm with the band on the Mesh.tv. Features regional music acts discussing their craft and live performances. Subscribe to I'm with the band on the Mesh.tv and swim around in the heads of your favorite regional musicians.
This I'm pretty darn excited about. Coming next year, or 2017 maybe even. Did you hear about the live action Beauty and the Beast movie?
I think I did.
Oh my gosh. So the cast has been rolling out piece by piece.
Okay.
Okay.
I think. Okay. So I saw
Wait.
something on Facebook about this.
Wait till you hear who everybody is.
All right. Am I
How
gonna approve?
amazing is this movie going to be?
All right.
Beauty and the Beast, live action.
Live action.
Okay.
Okay.
Belle, Emma Watson.
Emma Watson.
Hermione Granger.
Oh.
Right?
Okay. Oh, Harry's girlfriend.
Harry's girlfriend, yes.
Okay.
Ron's wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
She's all grown up now.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
This one, Gaston.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you're obviously familiar with video. Okay.
Yeah.
Please. Gaston will be played by Luke Evans, which...
Who is Luke Evans?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. He's nice looking.
Okay.
He was in The Hobbit. He was in Fast and Furious 6. He was in Dracula. Yeah. It's nothing. He's good looking.
Okay.
A good looking, dark haired guy. Therefore, you are Gaston.
Okay.
Who? As Gaston, Joe
Manganiello.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Could have taken that one too.
Elemengio.
Could have taken that one too.
I don't know if he could pull off that French accent, though. Yeah. Are they going to do the French accent?
I don't know. I don't know. All right. So, the Beast. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you'll know this guy either, but I do, is Dan Stevens. Yeah. Oh my gosh, he's from Downton Abbey. Yeah. He played Matthew. Okay. But spoiler alert, is dead now.
Everybody's dead on that.
Oh my gosh.
I've heard.
He is dreamy.
Okay.
He's British.
All right. I'm not excited yet, Mary-Margaret.
Fabulous Beast.
I am not excited about this movie yet.
Mrs. Potts.
Okay.
Emma Watson.
Wait a minute.
Not Emma Watson.
I was like,
Emma Thompson.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm back on board.
Which in like every play that my children put on, I always get made Mrs. Potts. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like I'm going to be the princess, and I'm going to be the feather duster, and Daddy's going to be the prince, and Mommy, you can be Mrs. Potts.
Great. Okay.
Screw you, kids. And then, on Little Mermaid, when they pretend Little Mermaid, I'm always Ursula. You know, because Little Mermaid's too easy to be, because I have redheaded daughters. So, Mrs. Potts, Emma Thompson, I think is appropriate, right? LeFou. So LeFou is the Gaston's little sidekick.
Yes.
Okay, it's Josh Gad. Do you know who that is?
Yeah. Olaf,
exactly.
You can tell we have kids.
Right? Can't you picture that voice of Olaf being that sort of like, you tell him, Gaston, that guy? Yeah. So I'm excited about that. Oh, okay. Lumiere.
Okay.
Who, as you know in the movie, he's extremely like suave and debonair and right? Ewan McGregor.
Okay.
So do you remember when he sang with Nicole Kidman, thank you, in Moulin Rouge?
Yeah, but okay, I'll go with it. That may work for me.
He's yummy.
Okay. No, quite now.
All right. Cadenza, which is the grand piano.
Yeah.
Stanley Tucci.
Okay. I can see that.
Shooting my life down. Cogsworth, the clock.
Yeah.
Ian McKellen.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Maurice, Belle's dad.
Yeah.
Kevin Kline.
Kevin Kline.
From
that'll be funny.
I think he's good, right?
Yeah.
He was Dave.
Yeah.
He was in
I remember him from In and Out.
In and Out, yes. My sick day movie is The Big Chill.
Okay.
And the what? The Lovely?
The Lovely.
The Lovely.
Yeah.
I don't even know that.
I've heard
of that. But Big Chill, that's my favorite. He wears super short shorts in there because it was in the 80s. It was really funny. And The Wardrobe. Audra McDonald.
Okay.
You know, who's got like the biggest voice in the world.
As she was the Princess and the Frog Princess.
Correct.
No, she was not.
The fairy godmother.
No, she wasn't that person.
She was the fairy godmother in the real life Cinderella on TV, right?
No, she was the nun.
The nun.
Sound of
That's
Music.
Yes, Sound of Music nun.
She was also on The Practice. Is that the right word? Is that the right one? Yeah.
That's the one with the redhead?
Uh-huh.
No.
Private Practice.
You remember when we did that
whole practice
show?
in it.
You remember that whole show?
Remember that time we did that one? He was that one. on that one show.
We did the episode of Chick Chat where we could not remember anybody's name, and we were like, remember that guy that has hair that,
He was on that show that one time.
he had feet and walked around. Remember him? What was his name? Okay, so you're not excited about this at all?
I'm okay. I don't know.
Ewan McGregor is like a highlight of my life. Like, to see him as Lumiere, really? Oh, Janette.
I don't know. I mean, and Emma Watson as Belle, okay. But, like, I see more of, like, an Emma Rossum, or... Is that her name?
Emmy Rossum.
Emmy Rossum.
Yeah.
I see her.
Did you see the new Cinderella?
I did.
The live action,
I did.
That's what I'm picturing that this is going to be like for Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, but are these people they're not going to dress up as these, like, luminaires that are actually going to be a candle. Not going to have a costume of a candle.
He's going to have something like that because that's
it's going to be CGI? Okay.
It's going to have to be something like that because that's the story.
That's the whole story. Yeah, that's why I guess that's what I'm having a hard time imagining it. Like,
so my favorite thing growing up and watching, I would go to this half-day preschool whenever I was younger, and my mom would pick me up, and she'd bring me home, and I'd get to have a salad for lunch. Like, that was what I wanted, was a salad for lunch every day. Weirdest kid ever. Came home, I had a salad, and I would get to watch a little show on TV, but my mom had recorded on VHS. Andrew, you know what VHS is? I'm kidding. Well, I know you know what it is, but did you ever have to use it?
Did you ever have one?
Did you ever have to roll that tape back in and be kind and rewind? I don't think so. So I had on VHS because it came on TV as a mini series, and it we popped in the VHS, and I would get to fast forward through the commercials with the hand dial, not a remote because I didn't have one. But it was called Alice in Wonderland, and it was the real-life characters. It had John Stamos in there as a unicorn, and it had, what's the late Carol Channing as the White Queen, and it had, it was a gazillion, it was like 1985. Andrew, IMDb that, 1985 Alice in Wonderland. And it was... oh my God, it was the most amazing thing. So I ordered it on Amazon for my kids. And they loved it up until I kind of had blocked out of my mind the Jabberwocky at the end of it.
Oh.
Which scared the snot out of me when I watched it again back. And I'm like, I cannot let my kids watch this part of it. So we only watched the first half.
Oh, okay.
So name off some of the actors in it. Or, actresses, actors.
Natalie Gregory was Alice.
Yeah.
Sheila Allen was her mother.
No.
Sherry Gregory was sister.
Get to the famous people. Red Buttons.
Okay, I remember him.
Sherman Hemsley, moving on up.
Yeah.
Lori Bird was Donald O'Connor.
Yeah.
The duck was Charles Dougherty.
No.
The caterpillar was Sammy Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis Jr. was a caterpillar. He was sitting up on top smoking his hookah.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And they sang a little like, it's like real jazzy music.
The Mad Hatter was Anthony Newley.
Yeah, he was scary.
The Dormouse was Art Johnson. Let's see,
Who was Tweedledee and Tweedledum? It's a large cast. And it was from people that were in, Patrick Duffy was the horse.
was Tweedledum, and Eddie Gourmet was Tweedledee.
Steve Lawrence, he had a variety show back in the day, like with my parents and stuff.
Queen was Anne
Anne
Gillian.
Jillian. She was.
King was
You don't know these people? All right. You know what? Okay.
You know what?
You, my friend, need to do some research on
I guess.
1985. I'm going to bring that DVD in and let you watch it.
Okay.
I'm going to let Ava watch it.
Ava can watch it.
I'll let Ava watch it, and y'all watch the Jabberwocky at the end. All right. So, yeah, John Stamos was in there, and Patrick Duffy from, Dallas at the time. Yeah. But they're all characters. They're all like, Patrick Duffy was a horse, so he's like standing upright with like hooves.
Oh, John Stamos was just a messenger. He was important.
He was totally important because I knew who he was at that time. John Stamos was a beautiful messenger.
John Stamos would be a beautiful messenger.
Should be a beautiful anything, right?
He can knock on my door and bring me a message anytime.
Any day, whatever.
Just as a unicorn.
I know.
With a mullet. I don't care.
With
some yogurt.
Patrick Duffy was
a goat. Excuse me. He was a goat. He still had hooves and everything. Patrick Duffy was a goat. So
I vaguely remember that. But
oh my God, it was my favorite thing. I watched it every day. I would stop and start it like where I'd get to watch for like an hour or whatever it was.
yeah. I'm sure Beauty and the Beast will be great, and I'm sure I'll have to see it in the theater because I have a 7-year-old.
Because you have a daughter and
So.
you're human.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I don't act like I don't want to see it, but I'll be like, oh, let's go see Beauty and
totally
the Beast.
going to go. So I announced on the last show that the reason that we have not reviewed on the show 50 Shades of Grey, even though, you know, we've talked about it on here and stuff, is that because I have reluctantly made a deal with the Foot Candle guys to do a joint review episode.
Oh. Okay, that's good. I haven't seen the movie.
Okay, I know. Well, first of all, I was going to go, because as you know, I read all the books for research,
right.
of course.
I bought the book, the
Okay.
first one.
Okay.
Can I just tell you,
Please.
I'm not all into that yet. Like,
No,
I
because
can't
it's
get,
horribly written.
I cannot
What, have you
get
read
past,
them, Andrew?
No, I just
Okay, then don't speak about it.
I'm like still with her interviewing him in his office. I can't get past that because I don't want to read anymore.
Right, because it's poorly written. We've all established that.
Do I need to read more? Or do I just need to see
Yes.
the movie?
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, it's poorly
I'm bored.
written. I know. However, as I was explaining on the last episode, the thing that I think... Okay, so Chris and Alan are the hosts of Foot Candle, the film review show here on The Mesh, right?
Yes.
So they like you know, good movies.
So they're reviewing 50 Shades of Grey?
So they wanted to do a joint review of this. Okay, Alan is like, that's whatever. I'm watching it in the comfort of my own home. Like, I'm not, you know, I don't want anybody to know I'm watching it, whatever. I'll review it, but as like, haha, it's going to be funny, right? Well, Chris has now informed us that he has read a couple of reviews from critics that he respects and follows, and now he's even more curious to see the movie. And I'm like, huh?
Oh.
What does that mean? Right? So I didn't want to go in the theater to go see this movie because I felt like I was going to be sitting next to like someone like Andrew, the intern, you know, who was like, this movie sucks, and had not read the books or had not, like, and all he thought he was going to go see was a bunch of sex scenes.
Okay.
Okay. So this whole concept that everybody has about the whole like S&M stuff. In 3 books they have, right?
Yes.
They maybe go into this S&M room like 5 times.
Oh.
Maybe.
But they made it seem like that was what the whole book was.
Oh, did they? That's marketing. Right.
So now I'm even more bored to tears.
No, it's
She's like
more,
interviewing him
there
in this
is an-
building. I'm like,
Yes.
get past this.
There's an actual story to the books.
I've heard it's a love story.
Tis.
Oh.
Tis. Tis true.
Okay. Is
know-
it like Bella and Jacob and Edward?
No, I mean, you know, Christian has, like, again, I am by no means condoning that this be a good book to read because it's not written well. It is written to be a fast read because it's easy.
Well, maybe I just need to get through it then.
You just need to plow on.
Okay.
Okay. But it's written to be like that. You know, basically, my husband was like, I cannot believe you read those books. And my mom was like, what books? And Wes was like, all those 50 Shades of Grey books. And my mom was like, oh, yeah, you know, I mean, they're probably just like all those Harlequin books we used to read back in the day. And it is.
Oh.
Just like what everybody else used to read. Just nobody in this generation has had to read Harlequin books.
Oh.
Because they went away, you know, for a while. They just dropped off. But back when my mom was my age, that's what was hot to read, you know? I mean, it was a getaway for women, whoever wanted to read it. It's an escape.
Yeah.
So that's what this really is reading-wise.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Just plow through it and
All
get through
right.
it. But there is an actual plot to it.
There is.
Yeah, like
All right.
this dude has issues.
All right. I'm going to get through this first book. Because
Yeah.
I'm stuck on, like, I don't know, it's like chapter 2. Or I don't even know what chapter it is.
Sure.
She's at the place to interview him, and she feels awkward.
Well, and so you would see by probably the first like 3 chapters why I felt like, what's the whiny girl from Twilight?
Oh, Bella Kristen Stewart?
Kristen Stewart could play that part.
Okay.
She's all like, woe is me. Like that in the book. When you're reading it, you're like, spit it out like that. But as it goes further in the book, I would not want Kristen Stewart to play this part.
Okay.
Anyway, so stay tuned for a Foot Candle joint review.
Can't wait.
To where we all agreed we'd watch it when it came on iTunes.
All right, I'm going to read the book and then I guess watch the first movie.
Yeah.
Because that might be all the movies there are.
Nope, they've already scheduled the other ones.
Is everyone sticking around? Because I've heard rumors that people are bowing out.
I
like
think
Jamie
they're swapping
Dornan.
directors.
Oh, okay, because I thought Jamie Dornan said he wasn't doing it again. Like, well, what's the point of doing it? If you're not going to do it, you're pretty much already Christian.
Anna by herself. Awkward.
They're going to CGI.
You think... like they do
Let's
the backyard
go to the
games.
restroom.
Like they do like the Barbie dancing movies or whatever, right? Oh. So, speaking of watching, what are you watching these days?
Well, you have got me watching Bloodline, which I'm only up 2 episodes in, and I love.
Right?
I like can't wait to see the next episode.
Okay, so Bloodline is a Netflix series starring everyone's favorite coach from Friday Night Lights.
Yes. Kyle Chandler.
Oh, Kyle Chandler.
And he's still kind of the coach.
He's still kind of Kyle Chandler. Like, you can't get away from that. Like, I love his voice. And in the show, he's married to Jacinda Barrett, who I knew from Real World. Yes, when I was growing up watching that on MTV. But the show is dark.
Yeah.
And it's got a backwards little storyline.
Yeah, it's like they show you things that happen in the beginning and at the end, and then in the middle is kind of everything that's leading up to these things happening. It's very cool.
I love it. So I finished it. It's it's on Netflix, so you can binge watch it.
Yeah.
All the way through. I think it's like 12 or 13 episodes or something. I finished it a couple weeks ago, and it is probably my favorite Netflix series thus far. Yeah.
Well, I so far like it better than the 3rd season of House of Cards. I finished that.
I can't finish it. I haven't yet to finish it.
I mean, I'm not done with the series, but I'm finally done with season 3. Season 3 was so
painful to watch.
Painful.
It was long and drawn out, and I've had a hard time with it. I'm halfway through,
but
probably.
I will say, the last 2 episodes are probably some of the best of the season.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, of course they are, because they're the last 2. Okay, so I'm going to get through it, and I do still enjoy the show. I mean, I can't deny that I enjoy it, but some of the storyline has been like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I was there, but I finished watching it, and so the last 2, and you'll see why I say that, because we're kind of on the same thing with the show and why we like the show and all that stuff. So you'll see why I'm back.
Good. Okay, so House of Cards, Bloodline.
Cannot wait for Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the New Black coming back in June?
June, yes.
Oh, thank goodness.
Excited about that one.
Love that show. Had a couple of viewers that I know have gotten hooked on that, which is good. Or listeners, excuse me. So that's exciting. Kimmy Schmidt.
Yes. Hilarious.
Sweet little funny doggone Kimmy Schmidt.
I don't know if I like Kimmy or Titus more. It's a toss-up.
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir.
And I love what's her name that plays their landlord?
She was oh gosh, she's like a Broadway person, right?
I think
she does. She's been in stuff forever, but anyway, she's hilarious too.
Yes.
The whole cast, and what's her name with the what's her boss's name?
Yeah, I don't remember, but she was on. Oh my gosh. She did the girl show on that one show on NBC
that girl
with Tina Fey. It was a Tina Fey show. She's 30 Rock.
30 Rock, yes.
Jane
Krazowski. Yes.
Yes.
She's hilarious on it.
Yes.
Have you finished? You finished the season?
It.
Okay. That's an easy one to watch too. Yeah. Those episodes go by so fast.
Like, what's the next one? I told you I was sick one week, and I was like, "Oh, that's it."
Yeah. So Kimmy Schmidt is a bunker person. Like she was being held captive in a bunker for
15 years?
15 years. Yeah. And she gets rescued and comes out to this whole world that she didn't know. So her mind is mentally sort of stuck in...
Like 13 or
when she was 13. Yeah. So she still uses 13-year-old terminology and things like that, which is just hilarious. She refers to 13-year-old music. You know, it's just funny.
Clothes.
She doesn't understand cell phones. She doesn't understand... any of that is any technology, so it's great. But I would highly encourage, if you just need a laugh, go watch that show. But that's on Netflix series as well. You do not watch Downton Abbey?
No.
Okay. Why? Have you even watched ever? Any?
No.
What? Why? I don't understand. We always are on the same page with this. What?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like something I like. It just seems boring to me.
Oh.
I mean, maybe I'll give one episode a try. I'll see.
I didn't like it after the first 2 episodes. I had to give it like 3.
You watched 3 episodes.
Yeah, because everybody kept telling me I needed to watch it.
That's kind of how I felt with Mad Men. I got through like the first season. I'm still kind of like, ugh.
What? Oh my God, it's on my list right now. That's what I watched. It's the last season.
I'm taking a hiatus.
Where are you?
I don't know, maybe season 2?
Oh, and you're taking a hiatus? Like, come on now.
I am bored to tears. I mean, I'm just kind of watching it like, just waiting to see what happens. All right. Okay, I'll watch the next episode later.
I mean, is it not mind-blowing to you the way that they live their lives? Like the way that they operate what used to be the norm?
I mean, yeah, some of that's kind of interesting, but...
It's historically correct, too. Like, they actually follow the timeline. Like, there's an episode where... you know, Kennedy just got shot.
Yeah.
Or such and such just went bankrupt or whatever. And that stuff's kind of cool, too, because you will see in there actual ads or newspapers and stuff from that time, you know, in clippings, and then they'll show somebody watching a TV and it'll be a real newsreel from back then. You know, I mean, that part of it, they've taken some detail in, which is cool.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love Mad Men. I love John Hamm.
Yeah. I like him. It's good. It's a good show. It's not a terrible show. I'm not like, ooh, can't wait to see what happens in the next episode.
I get it.
I'm not there yet. Maybe I'll get there, but
okay. All right.
I'll try Downton Abbey at some point.
All right.
Because everyone's like all about.
I mean,
show.
it's not just me, right? Like you've had other people be like, yeah,
I've ran other people like, yo, you really need to watch Downton Abbey. I'm like,
okay. Yeah. Okay. Scandal.
Yeah.
Still watching Scandal.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Scandal last week?
I did. I don't want to talk about it right now.
I can't talk about it. I can't.
I don't want to even act like it happened. Like I just want to.
I am in complete denial. Like
because I don't know what happened.
I was physically angry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I was mad because I was like, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
Right. Like I had friends posting online about it, being like, I'm sorry, but they're like hashtags about it and stuff.
Tearing up a little bit.
Yeah. I'm a little upset. I don't really feel like discussing it. But it's a good show. You need to watch it.
Just watch.
You totally need to watch it. It's really awesome. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Just, are you
so overshot of rhymes right now? So done with her.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can't.
Yeah.
Because I can't talk about that show without talking about both men in the show. Team Jake, Team Fitz. And at this point, I'm left in limbo and I don't know what I can talk about. So you'll just have to watch and find out. But Scandal is legit.
It is awesome.
My friends, it is legit. All right. And my new little guilty pleasure, which I know you're like me again as well, is the Royals.
Yeah. If there's something else on, I'll catch the episode, whatever. I'm not over it. I just haven't watched enough. I was intrigued by the first episode. Is it going anywhere? Or is this just kind of like a look inside the royal family?
No, I mean, it's kind of going somewhere. It's a light plot. I mean, It's not exactly like, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen. But there is a plot to it as well. So this is the first Entertainment Network scripted show. called The Royals. It stars, you know, that girl that was married to Elizabeth Hurley as the Queen of England, which pretty far-fetched if you ask me, just throwing that out there. But she, the whole royal family is almost like an alternate universe. They are not trying to, I think this is one thing I do like about the show. They're not trying to make you think that this is how the royal family actually is. No. They're doing it so extreme of the opposite that you know this is nowhere near what royal family life is really like.
Right.
The princess, like, smokes pot on TV and, like, curses and smokes and drinks and wears, like, trampy clothes and stuff on the regular.
Right.
That would not fly normally. So they've gone kind of extreme on it.
The two cousins are kind of like the wicked stepsisters.
Yes, which is hilarious. Yeah. You know, they bring in, like, these two girls that are kind of the comic relief of the show, if you will. Elizabeth Hurley plays, you know, like, she's always kind of wearing, like, strapless, tight, short dresses. Queen would never do. You know, it's that's why I don't hold much clout in it about, like, oh, it's the royal family. No, it's not. And they even refer to it a couple of times in there, like, people in the show will say something like, well, I mean, it's not like you guys have any power anyway. Which they don't. You know, yeah. I mean, it's the royal family. That's kind of always the running thing. They don't really have any power. But this show, again, just sort of reiterates the whole lifestyles of the rich and famous type thing. So if you watch E! Online at all, or E! Entertainment at all, you would probably get a little something out of the Royals. Just whatever. What else? You watch anything else? That's what I'm watching. Scandal. I finished Kimmy Schmidt. I finished Downton because it's off for the season right now. Mad Men, I have to wait on a couple more. No, I have a couple more episodes to watch of this season, and then it's finishing up in mid-May, forever, for good. Okay. Goodbye. House of Cards, I've got to finish the second half. Bloodline, I'm done, and I'm obsessed. It has been renewed for a second season, which is exciting. And then I watch The Royals. Oh, so guess what I've been watching on Netflix as I fall asleep at night?
What?
It's A Different World.
Okay.
Used to be one of my favorite shows when I was growing up.
Yeah.
When's the last time you've seen an episode of A Different World?
I mean, it's been this year.
Really? What?
I mean, they show them on reruns sometimes. Yeah.
I don't have cable, so I watch everything, like, through internet. So I started it just randomly one night, like on episode 1, season 1.
Okay.
And then each night I'll just kind of put it on and put it on sleep timer. You know, I'm watching. Would you know that the other night I actually sat down and was like, oh, my girls are in bed, my husband's working late, I'm just going to watch A Different World. And, like, put it on and watch, like, 4 episodes back to back. I have a totally different
college.
I know, right? I'm already past season 1. Denise sitting on season 2 through 6.
No. Denise dropped out.
Denise dropped out, came back home, married a Navy man, and had a stepdaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Raven Simone.
Yep.
That's so Raven.
That's so Raven. That's who their daughter grew up to be.
Yes. Their daughter's grown up to be That's so Raven. But I tell you what, you know, like, whenever I was growing up, I remember, like, clearly thinking, oh my God, Dwayne Wayne is such a nerd. Like, he is so, like, goofy and blah, 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 which he is.
Yeah.
But not so much when you're an adult watching it. When I'm an adult watching it now, I'm kind of like,
he's going to have a good job.
Kind of charming.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, he's smart. He's going to be an engineer. He's funny.
He really cares for her.
He does. He really, like, when he likes somebody, I mean, he's affectionate. And he should, you know, so now I'm kind of like, eh.
And now he's on the Disney Channel. He's the dad to Casey Undercover.
Really?
Yes.
He was also in that movie with Patrick Dempsey. Patrick Dempsey's McDreamy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Patrick Dempsey, where it's the best man. He plays, like, the bride's best friend, and they go over to Ireland or whatever.
Yeah.
Kadeem Harrison.
Kadeem Hardison.
Hardison?
Yeah.
Kadeem Hardison. He plays Patrick Dempsey's best friend.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just like one more place I've seen him. But he reportedly is still really good friends with Daryl Bell, who played Ronald.
Yeah.
Or Ron.
Ron.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I have a new respect for it. If anybody needs a little nightly flashback episodes, go and watch a little It's a Different World and get that song stuck in your head for every day like mine has been.
Yeah.
My husband every day is like,
my parents love me.
And the opening changes every year,
Yeah.
which I love. I love me like an actual true opening.
True opening, yes.
Not a show me the names while I'm watching the show. Mm-mm. I love me an opening. And every season it changes, sort of like 90210 did. Mm-hmm. Brilliant. So go watch it's Different World. It's where you come from. I say you now, yeah. Here's my chance to make it. And Whitley, not nearly as annoying as she used to be as an adult.
Yeah. Yeah, she's still kind of, Whitley.
Oh, she's still annoying, but she plays that part well.
She
but
does.
I pick up.
You see the human side of her.
I do.
Not just the debutante.
I am excited for the day that I finally get to the episode where she and Dwayne get up together. Oh my God, those were my favorite years. When
he's like, baby, please.
Oh my God, that's my favorite episode. I can't believe it. At the wedding.
Yes. Everybody remembers that. Baby, please.
I'm waiting on that. Oh my gosh, I get like flutters in my heart, my stomach, whenever I think of that episode.
The guy she was marrying is now Olivia Pope's dad on Scandal.
You are right. Oh my gosh, my mind is blown. What? I had no idea. I didn't even put it together.
Yes.
Oh, when he's like getting escorted out of the church or the yard. It was like a lawn wedding or something, right?
Something.
Or a church, maybe.
Whatever.
I can't remember. But anyway, down the aisle, he's getting escorted out backwards, being walked backwards, and he's like, I take you to be my lovely wedding wife. He's trying to say the vows too.
Yeah.
Baby, please. Oh my gosh. I love that episode. Okay, well, I can't wait till I get to that. I might have to fast
Oh, I got
forward.
chills.
I know, right? And she goes chasing after him.
I do.
My favorite's when Whitley is like in an acting class or she's doing something for where she has to put on like a little show or something in the television show.
Yeah.
And she loses her accent. Because she doesn't have that accent in real life.
Right.
So when she gets real snotty about something, her accent fades away. And she's a trained dancer, so she can really dance really well. Because she also was on an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, she played a student in Aunt V's class.
Okay.
Okay. And she's real smart, but she came from sort of like a rough background.
Oh.
But so she was a little thuggish. Like she came on, she's all like, what you gonna do? And so Fresh Prince likes her. Mm-hmm. And he's trying to use all these lines on her and she's just not biting. And so finally she gets him on his face and they're saying your mama jokes back and forth to each other. And they're like mean your mama jokes. And she says a joke, and then he says a joke, and they're getting each other's face, and they look like real mean about it. And all of a sudden, he goes, "Damn, baby, you so fine." And that was then she kind of smiled, and they kissed or whatever. Yeah, she got some good, memorable moments in my head.
She does.
She started out on Fame.
Did she?
As one of the dancers.
I remember that. Now I have to go back and watch with Leroy or the TV show.
Like the TV show.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she wasn't in the movie.
No, with what's her name?
Debbie Allen.
Debbie Allen. Yeah,
I have to go watch the TV show. Yeah. That would be a TV show I'd watch again.
I would watch that one
Fame
too.
Again.
Yeah, I would watch Fame again, and then I would follow it up every evening with Solid Gold because I wanted to be a solid gold. I wanted to be a solid gold dancer so bad.
Well, who didn't?
Gosh, my parents will let me stay.
Wear the
watch
gold
that.
lame costume.
Yes, and a super high cut, showing your rib cage
and do your jazz routines.
Yes. They had top hats. Gold top hats every once in a while. Yeah. It was the slutty. It was like slutty Rockettes.
It was. I couldn't wait for Lisa and Colt Jam to be on there because they were always on there.
Right? They were the stars. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, all right. Okay. So that was my flashback to awkward childhood television. All right, that's all I got.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, you're not going to be excited about Beauty and the Beast, but I bet you're going to love it.
I might be excited later.
I bet you're going to love Ewan McGregor. Just throwing that out there.
We're on Baby Watch, too, remember?
Oh, my gosh, baby. Don't tease me. It's actually this week.
I'm waiting for baby Diana.
God, I hope it's a Diana. I hope it is.
Fingers crossed.
Do you think it's a girl? I think it's a girl.
I think it's a girl.
I
think her name is Baby Diana.
Oh my gosh.
I would love it.
I think I would cry. I think I would actually cry.
I would play Candle in the Wind.
I would.
Goodbye, England's Rose.
England Rose. Yeah, I would. I signed her memorial. You know
Did
that,
you?
like in real life, I went to the bridge.
You were there
in Paris.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay.
And I signed the memorial on there, and like everybody just writes all over it. You walk up and you're like, "Oh, that's really trashy," and then you're like, "I'm totally going to sign it," because you're like, "Why is everybody writing all over a memorial?" But people loved her.
I love her.
I love her. I think that Kate loves her.
I think so too, and I love Kate for loving her.
I do too.
So yes.
Come on, Baby Diana.
Baby, watch for Baby Diana.
Okay.
Then I can sing Baby Diana.
That's what I was thinking too. Baby Diana. Oh. All right. So if you have any feedback for us, as always, you can find us on Facebook at Chick Chat on the Mesh, or you can go on to our website, send us an email, info@themesh.tv, or we even have a voicemail line where you don't have to leave your name. You don't have to do anything. You can disguise your voice if you want to. It is just voicemail. I won't play it if you don't tell me to. It's 828-619-0048. Thank you, Janette, for being on the show again. I hope everyone has enjoyed the 2 back-to-back episodes, special edition of Chick Chat. And we're going to get back on this regular schedule. It's just, you know what? Life gets in the way.
It does.
Just not going to lie about it. Life gets in the way. But this is a nice little break from life, I think. So tell us what shows you're watching. Write in and tell us what you think the baby's gender is going to be. And write in and you tell me you're this or that I might use on the next show. Because I didn't use this or that this time because I'm kind of running dry on them. So write in, tell me you're this or that. Or just answer Will or Harry. We want to know. Because that's always going to be on there. It's just going to happen. So I hope all your proposals are everything you ever dreamed of. I hope that if you want your kids pregnant at 19 and living on the compound, that I hope you get that. And please don't suck on shot glasses.
Yeah.
That's my PSA for the day. Thanks for listening to Chick Chat. We'll catch you on the flip side.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.